I think the community see Jewish Care Scotland as an integral part. It's very long established. We've been here for, in one guise or another, for 165 years and delivering care and support to the community. I think people don't see it as a separate organisation, they see it as part of the community. And I think it's really important for people who are socially isolated, who are members of the community. I think it's important for people whose families have often moved away from Glasgow, and we now have an older population left in Glasgow without much in the way of local support, and we're able to provide that support to people. So I think the community more widely see it as a valuable asset. Some call it the jewel in the crown, but certainly a valuable asset that is delivering care and support and companionship to people who wouldn't otherwise be able to get that.
Jewish Care Scotland provides a great vehicle for people to connect and be part of their community. When we ask people what they want from Jewish Care Scotland, they tell us it's that opportunity to connect, to meet with new people and to really feel part of the community. That's very important to them.
Well, I was originally working as a volunteer with Age Concern, about 3 years. And then my sister-in-law, who was a volunteer in those days it was called the Glasgow Jewish Welfare Board, said, why don't you come and volunteer in the Welsh? She said, you'd love it. And I thought, well, okay, why not? So I came along and I had my interview with the late Frida Jackson, who was an amazing lady, one of the stalwarts. She was one of the original ladies, the ladies committee. And that was it. The minute I walked in the door, I knew it was different from anything I'd done before. I just knew, and I never looked back.
We were the Glasgow Jewish Welfare Board. When I joined, there were 14 volunteers. We were all volunteers. We were supported by one social worker who was Jewish Chanko, and we had chairperson who was Frida Jackson at that time, and we went out in twos, we visited in twos. You know, we had quite a lot of influence in the community, and if we needed social work, then we contacted whichever social work department we needed to. And in those days there wasn't the confidentiality where patients were concerned, so we could access doctors, whoever we needed to on a patient's behalf and with their consent. So we had quite a lot of involvement.
My fondest memories, lots of nice memories. Just being made welcome and having company, and that's important when you live alone like I do. So it's nice to have company and people to talk to.
Well, we used to do cabarets at Christmas time, Hanukkah time, and we did them in Carmichael Hall, and we used to rehearse from about September, and we did some really wonderful shows. Maureen, Leslie and I, who's just been interviewed, we dressed up as the Beverly Sisters, whom you wouldn't even have heard of, but they were a singing act of 3 women, and they had blonde bubbly curls. We got wigs and we wore these sticking out dresses of the 50s, and we did this. And another time we all dressed up as sailors, and we did the opening for Anything Goes. We all got mixed up and bumped into each other, but it was fun and everybody enjoyed it. It's just part of my life. I can't imagine life without it.
The main purpose of my role is doing social support visits. So that is one-on-one visits with people in the community. So we do sort of 3 visits a day normally. They last about 2 hours. And during those visits it can be anything at all. So sometimes it'll be sitting with somebody and just having a chat and a cup of tea and catching up on what's happening in the world, or reminiscing about their childhood or their life when they were younger, what they're up to day to day. We encourage people to get out, so most of the time I will be taking people out for their shopping and helping them have that bit of independence still in their life by being able to get out and do their own food shopping or go for clothes shopping or buy a birthday present for somebody. And it's amazing the impact that has on people on a day-to-day basis.
I'm Ruth Layton, and I thoroughly enjoy going to Jewish Care for the support I get, the welcome I get. The Thursday Club is just wonderful because that's what it is. It is a club. And the support that comes from the staff, it's irreplaceable. Well, what Jewish Care means to me, sincerely, from the heart, if I didn't feel well, I would make an effort to go because I know that it would make me feel better. It has given me life, and my social visits have brought me back to what I am, a bit of a dope, but I enjoy life now, and that is a gift. And up until I went to Jewish Care, I wouldn't leave my house. Fortunately, I've got a fair-sized piece of ground round me, and that was as far as I went. But now I'm actually thinking of checking up. One of our ladies is going for a week's holiday, and I thought, I'm going to find out if I can do that. Now that is unheard of.
So our Wellbeing Hub runs on a Thursday, and it runs from 10 o'clock till 2 o'clock. So the criteria for the Wellbeing Hub is people that require a level of support and wouldn't otherwise be able to get out without our support. So we provide transport, we pick people up and we take people home if they're not able to get here any other way. We provide meaningful activities, so we do activities such as chair exercises, entertainment, we have games, dominoes, card games, we have a monthly sing-along, and we provide a 2-course kosher meal as well. We do an intergenerational project as well with Calderwood Lodge, and I think when the children come in, it's always lovely to see the looks on the faces of our attendees and of the children as well. And I think a few weeks ago when we had one of the children come in, they said it was the best day ever. So it's nice to hear comments like that from people, and it's really nice to see them both just interacting with each other.
I think a trip to Troon that we done kind of recently, just because it was getting them out of the hub as well. Sometimes it's kind of repeats itself during the week and things like that, so getting them out and seeing them all, kind of the weather as well. Nice weather brings out everybody's happiness.
I've been coming to Jewish Care for a year. Very supportive they are, very good. The girls are absolutely brilliant, and you get amazing attention from everyone. You know, it's the best place to be, really, because when you're on your own, it's not easy. And here, when you come here, it's just like one big happy family.
It's given me a focus on what to do, for argument's sake, on a Wednesday. And I just feel good in allowing myself to contribute to such a fine cause.
Jewish Care Scotland means a lot to me because I enjoy coming, and it's good for social contact and meeting other people. And then I can also say it gets me in the house.
Very important, because it's mainly older people that come, and sometimes older people are forgotten, and we're not been made very welcome here.
So for me, the future for Jewish Care Scotland is really important. We're a vital part of the community, and I see us continuing to be here for many years to come. I'm providing support to those that require our help. I also would like to see us as a catalyst for more activity within the community, whether that be younger people or older people, and trying to support the wider community. I think it's really important as well to listen to what the community want, and we've tried to do that over the last few years and deliver what people are asking for rather than what we think is going to be best for the community. I think that's a key focus that we need to have taking forward.